Dennis, I'd like you to meet Justin.
Hey, Justin.
Hi.
How are
It's
you?
good to meet you.
Natalia, nice to meet you.
Natalia.
I'm the founder of an organization called Student Scholars for 9/11 Truth, and you did touch upon this, and I appreciate that. But I was just wondering if maybe you could reiterate some of what you said in there.
Well, I think that, the student scholars for 9/11 Truth can perform a service by presenting to me anything they think needs to be looked at, any questions that they feel haven't been resolved. I know that a lot of Americans haven't had closure yet on 9/11, and I can't pretend that I'm going to know the answer to every question. But I want to see what people have to say. And if people have some information and evidence to present to me that I think merits a hearing, I'll do that. And so I'm listening carefully.
I really appreciate that because a lot of candidates are afraid to even touch it. So I
Well,
really
why be afraid of it? I mean, this is a great national tragedy. There's a lot of theories floating around, and you know what? If the government had been on the up and up right after 9/11, if it hadn't gone around and blamed, Iraq for 9/11, I think the government would have credibility when it issued a 9/11 report. But people don't believe the government. I want to renew faith in government by giving those individuals who have a chance an opportunity to be heard. And if that's in a public hearing, I don't have any problem with that. The thing that I want to do is to have it based on fact. So the 9/11 scholars, you're proceeding scientifically, and you have questions. This nation needs some questions answered. And it really goes beyond casting blame. We have to know. We have to have some closure on this. It's been a great tragedy for America. And it's also a tragedy if people feel that the truth is being buried. So, we should ask questions. I don't have the conclusions right now. I don't know the answers, but I'm willing to ask the questions.
Good morning. I'm standing here in the green room at the Marlin Fitzwater Center for Communication at Franklin Pierce College. Representative Dennis Kucinich is here, and a couple weeks ago I met him and told him about Student Scholars for 9/11 Truth, and he asked me to put together some evidence to give to him, which I've done in this binder here. Put together some evidence, and I'm going to give it to him in a few minutes. Hi, Dennis. Good to see you again. Good to see you. Here's I put together a binder of some of the evidence that you asked me for the last time we met at the Democratic headquarters in Keene. You can just have a look at it. I talked to your staff about it. They all said that you would gladly look into it.
I'll read this, and I thank you for giving it to me. I'll make sure, not only will I read it, but I'll ask my staff to look it over. I thank you for putting it together. As you know, I'm collecting information, and I'm interested in anything that anyone has to give me that has a scientific basis to it.
Even some of the articles in here were written by our own student scholars from 9/11.
Well, I'm very interested, and again, I want to state that this is such a vast area. I'm going to focus. I'm picking a few areas. I will select a few areas to focus on, and if I can use those areas to break through, we can widen the discussion. So that's why we'll be in touch. I thank you.
Thank you very much.
You bet.
Really
Bye now.
appreciate it. Bye.
Only one candidate for president says he will bring our troops home from Iraq.
We went in there illegally. We did not declare war. It's lasting way too long. We're losing this one. We shouldn't be there. We ought to just come home.
Ron Paul wants government off the backs of working people. He'll rein in the IRS, cut taxes, and runaway deficit spending.
The Constitution was written very precisely to restrain the power and force of government and to protect the liberties of each and every one of us. We have allowed our nation to be overtaxed and overregulated and overrun by bureaucrats. The founders would be ashamed of us for what we're putting up with.
A veteran, doctor, 10-term congressman, and strong family man, Ron Paul is a patriot we can be proud to call our next president.
Our campaign is all about freedom, prosperity, and peace.
Ron Paul, a president to be proud of.